Welcome back, guys. Trojan here. Today's video takes us back to 2007. The Xbox 360 was 2 years old at this point, and Starbreeze Studios released an obscure video game adaptation to an even more obscure Top Cow comic book series. So, let's take a look and see how they did. This is The Darkness.
The Darkness stars main character Jackie Estacado. He's a hitman for the Franchetti crime family out of New York City who's just turned 21. After botching a collections run, he's sent by his uncle Paulie to whack the foreman of a construction site. That goes poorly, and when Jackie awakens, he discovers that he has become the host of a demon called simply The Darkness, voiced by Mike Patton of all people.
Mike Patton? From Faith No More? I gotta hear this.
Through you, I will display my power. Through you, I am born.
Okay, he's perfect.
After escaping a mob hit squad thanks to his new powers, Jackie learns that Paulie set him up during the foreman hit after Jackie started criticizing the way he's been running the family. Jackie decides to start interfering with Paulie's business, but when Paulie takes things a bridge too far, it becomes Jackie's goal to destroy him completely.
Alright, now I know that sounds generic, but the story does a lot to set it apart from other mob stories.
For one thing, on top of trying to bring Paulie down, Jackie has to struggle with his new demonic body mate. The Darkness wants nothing more than to have total control of Jackie's body, and Jackie, of course, isn't going to just let that happen. His struggles to stop the Darkness from gaining control serves as a nice, fantastical counterbalance to the mob story.
On top of that, the story has a lot of heart, mainly in the form of Jackie's girlfriend, Jenny.
You even get to spend just a cozy evening together with her, and it really helps to build their relationship.
Overall, this story is way better than it has any right to be. It's part kick-ass mob revenge story and part fantasy. So, let's move on to the presentation.
My god, this game has aged like 11-year-old milk. The animations are stiff and awkward, and there's a weird motion blur effect that just makes everything look even worse. On top of being stiff, there seem to be a limited number of animations that just get repeated over and over.
This is a game that really gets hurt by its age.
However, I can say that I have no problem with the soundtrack. It's pretty rocking whenever you get into a fight, and it mellows out and becomes very tender whenever Jenny is involved.
But by far, the coolest thing about the presentation is the TV.
You can actually watch the TVs in the game, and they have a few music videos, a Flash Gordon episode, and a classic cartoon. But by far the most impressive thing you can watch is the entirety of To Kill a Mockingbird during that cozy evening you spend with Jenny I mentioned earlier, if you so desire.
Overall, the graphics really show this game's age, but it has a fantastic soundtrack and cool things to watch. So, now it's gameplay time.
The Darkness, at its core, is a quasi-open-world first-person shooter. There are a few city sections to explore, with Jackie able to equip and shoot a decent variety of guns. However, the most unique part about the game, obviously, is gonna be Jackie's Darkness powers. He can unlock 4 powers: a snake head that can cling to walls and rip enemies' faces off, an impaling whip, a pair of guns, and a black hole. In order to maintain these powers, though, you have to stick to the shadows. That means you have to make sure during firefights to shoot out all of the light sources to create shadows to hide in. Retreating to the shadows lets Jackie replenish his health and darkness energy. On top of that, Jackie can also summon minions called Darklings to help him in combat.
However, it's not without its flaws, and of course, it's because of the game's age.
My god, Jackie moves so slow. Jackie's movement speed is barely faster than a leisurely walk, and there's no way to speed it up. On top of that, he just feels the slightest bit stiff. But I'm not sure how much of that is because of age and how much of that is because of design.
Alright, so I'm actually going to try out something different for this video. I'm going to give it a rating system at the end just to kind of sum up my thoughts and see how much I like that. So, with all said and done, I give The Darkness a 7 out of 10. It's aged like milk, but I'd still say to give it a try. You might find a pretty badass mob story. So, next time we meet, we're going to be delving into the world of anime tie-in games. And what better game to start off with than with the most divisive anime of recent years? Yeah, we're going there. Next time we meet, we're going to be taking a look at Sword Art Online Hollow Fragment for the PlayStation 4. So, with all that said, I'm the Trojan with Digital Bloodlines. Thank you guys for watching. Have a good night.